All right. Happy Thanksgiving. This is getting recorded and hopefully going up the day before Thanksgiving. But given the holiday season, I figured I would do a quick tier list relating to the holiday. And no better tier list than just talking about the foods. That's what this holiday is all about. So let's just get into tier list ranking these Thanksgiving foods. The categories are elite, we'll get seconds, great, okay, maybe, and hard pass. Starting off with the staple of Thanksgiving, turkey. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to put it in okay. I'm not a huge turkey guy. There's better meats. And that's really what it comes down to. Turkey is just, I feel like it's a more difficult one to prepare compared to some other meats. And it's just, I'm going to put it in okay just because it is the face, but I usually, I get some just for tradition's sake, but it's not a go-to. Next is pumpkin pie. It's going to be unpopular. I don't really have much of a sweet tooth. And in pumpkin pie, I think I've had some recently, and it grew on me. It's the staple dessert for this season as well, so I'm going to put it in okay as well. But apple pie, I'm going to put in a maybe. I'm trying to remember the last time I've had apple pie. It's been a long time. Just not a big fan of desserts in general. But yeah. Biscuits. Biscuits, a lot of bread-based ones, I feel like vary heavily of how good they can be. Who's making them? Are they getting paired with anything? I'm going to put biscuits. It's like for what they are as this like tertiary side, I feel like they could be great. Brussels sprouts is definitely a hard pass, just not something I've ever gotten into. And then squash, it has squash by itself. At my family, it's always a squash casserole, which I would put in great, because that's probably a casserole that I actually do genuinely enjoy. But by itself, I'm going to bump it down to okay because I haven't really had squash by itself. But I still want to put it somewhere decent on the list because I do enjoy squash casserole so much. And then jellied cranberry. I'll put it in a maybe. I don't really care for cranberry. I'm going to put cranberry sauce in there as well. They're just kind of lumped together in my mind. Not something I care about, not something I go to. Going to put it in a maybe. Now, green bean casserole has grown on me somewhat. As a kid, it was a hard pass. It's grown to probably an okay. But I don't know. There's better casseroles usually presented that I'll go for. But then we have cornbread. Cornbread, I think at worst is great. I'm going to put it in great. Probably my favorites of all the bread, and I know it's corn, but like bread adjacent type of sides that you would have at Thanksgiving. I'm going to put cornbread in great. Interesting. All right, here's an interesting thing about me. I had previously been very sick. This was a couple years ago. Go to the doctor. They do a bunch of stuff, and they tell me to pretty much stay away from corn. I don't know if the right term is allergy or sensitivity or whatever. And I know that I just put corn in great, and it's made from corn. But they pretty much were like, hey, try to steer clear of corn. And it's, I still eat corn-based things every now and then, but I can feel my body in the stomach area being like, yeah, probably shouldn't have done that. But, so just corn by itself, I'm going to have to put these two in hard pass, cream corn as well. And I didn't even like them before I knew about my sensitivity is a word I'll use for corn. It's just corn by itself. Corn can turn into great things when made, but just being corn, I never really cared for. Popped, it was my preferred corn. But dinner rolls, I feel like dinner rolls are more butter dependent than even like biscuits and cornbread, but I'm going to put them in okay. I feel like they can be done great. At certain restaurants, especially if they're fluffy, like the fluffy dinner rolls are probably great, but I feel like I just have to draw the line somewhere between these bread kind of items. I'm going to put dinner rolls in okay, especially because I feel like I'm usually more drawn to the combination of them with butter, so I'm going to knock them down a little bit. Gravy by itself, I don't know how to categorize. I'm just going to slap it in okay. Interesting one to have here by itself. Gravy, I feel like I'm actually not the biggest fan of gravy. I'm gonna drop it down to maybe. It's like, how am I really feeling? How bad is the turkey if I truly need the gravy for it? But ham is my preferred meat on Thanksgiving. I'm gonna put ham in elite. A nice sweet ham. I mean, it hits the spot very well. Elite, definitely going for seconds. Mac and cheese. This is the safest thing you'll usually ever see at Thanksgiving at any table. I'm going to put it, is it truly great? It can be, and I think that people go all their out. So I think you're going to get the best mac and cheese of the year come Thanksgiving. So I'm going to put it in elite. Mashed potatoes. Just by themselves, I am going to put great. I usually like to eat things with the mashed potatoes. Like I put the turkey with the mashed potatoes. That combo is really good. Ham as well. Different breads. Like mashed potatoes is almost like, I almost treat it like a dip, if that makes any sense. But I'm still going to put it in great because I do like it. Now, red wine. I don't even know if I've ever really had red wine. I just turned 21, and my family is the type to care. So I didn't really have too many drinks up until turning 21, from family at least. But red wine, I mean, I know I've sipped wine before, but I didn't really care for it. So I'm just going to play it safe, slap it in okay. Roasted vegetables. This is another one that has grown on me as I've gotten older. It would have been in hard pass, but I think it's bumped up to a maybe. It's just by themselves. I don't know. They're fine. And I can't even really properly read this word. Escalloped potatoes. These are elite. I do actually really enjoy these, especially when they're cheesy. These actually do really hit the spot for me. I'm going to put them in elite. Sparkling juice. Highlight of some of these better lunches, dinners, meals, whatever, growing up as a kid, was getting the sparkling juice. Loved it. Sipped on it. Sparkly. Hit the spot. Stuffing. I think this is my favorite. I think the stuffing is my favorite Thanksgiving food. That's just a personal opinion of mine. I don't know. I don't even really know what stuffing is made of. I've never really thought about it, but it's great. Potato casserole. I can't really rank this one properly because I've never had it. I think that's what that says. I can't imagine it'd be bad. Oh, sweet potato casserole. That makes more sense. Oh, maybe I have had this. I'm going to put it in okay. I think. This is one that I'm trying to remember having really gone to. I don't really think I went to it too much. But there's some great foods on here. Thanksgiving, I don't know. Casseroles, I've only ever really see casseroles on Thanksgiving, but squash casserole is my personal favorite. They go really good. Don't know why turkey is still this staple of Thanksgiving. Don't really care for turkey. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely more of a sides guy when it comes to Thanksgiving. But this is just my list. And what I'm thankful for this year is hitting 200 subscribers. Just recently hit it. Have a video on everyone thanking that. But I just want to give it again. Thank you for 200 subs. Comment below what you're thankful for this Thanksgiving season. Tell me what you agreed with most about my list and what you disagreed with most. But that's going to end it here. We vault video this Saturday. Can't wait. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, keep gaming.